Hi everyone. I welcome you to the lecture series of machine learning using Python. Now, in this lecture, we are going to discuss about standard deviation and variance. Very important. And their practical implementation using Python. Now, standard deviation is a number that describes how spread out the values are. Spread out the values are means we are talking about the data points in a data set. Now, a low standard deviation means that most of the numbers are close to the mean or average value. While a high standard deviation means that the values are spread out over a wider range, means they are not close to the mean. That is the standard deviation. One more important thing is that the variance. What do you mean by variance? Variance is another number that indicates how spread out the values are. The same thing you have seen, right? In fact, if you take the square root of the variance, then you will get the standard deviation. So this means what? When you square the standard deviation, you will get the variance. So if you multiply the standard deviation by itself, then you will get the variance. So let me just illustrate this with an example. First, these are the values you have taken, say 32, 111, 138, 28, 59, 77, 97. Any values, right? Any values of a data set. Then how many values are there? 7. So to find out the mean, you have to first add them and divide by 7. That is the mean. Now, for each value, find the difference from the mean, because we need to find out that how the values are spread out or how the values are spread out exactly from the mean. How they are means means you can say close to mean or they are away from the mean. So for that, for each value, say 32, 111, 138, whatever the value is given, they should be subtracted with this mean. Means 77.4. This mean should be subtracted from each of these values. Then you will get, say, 32 minus 77.4. So minus 45.4. Similarly, 111 minus 77.4, 33.6. In this way, 97 minus 77.4, 19.6. Now, for each difference, you have to find the square root or square value. Sorry, square value. Okay. So minus 45.4 square, this is the number. Similarly, all the values being squared, say 19.6 squares, 384.16. Now, the variance is the average number of the square difference. Means this you add these squared values you have got, now divide them by 7. So 1432.2. That is the variance. So let me summarize the fact. Standard deviation, what you have got, that how the values are spread out, whether they are close to the mean or away from the mean. Then variance in first you have find out the mean, then from each value or from each data point you are just subtracting the mean, then again you find out the square of all those differences and then sum up them and find the mean, and this mean will be the variance. Now to implement this in Python, using Python, I have written the code here in blue. You can just take a screenshot. See, import numpy, speed, these are the values. Now, for standard deviation, we have std function from numpy. So numpy.std and standard deviation. Just pass this particular speed here as a parameter, this matrix, or you can say array, sorry. So when you pass this speed to the standard deviation function, then this value will be find out, standard deviation will be found out and assigned to x, then print x. Then similarly with var function, var, you can find out the what? Variance. Okay, numpy.var, speed is passed as parameter, then this will be assigned to y, print y. Now to check that whether the square of means standard deviation, means the standard deviation multiplied by itself will give you the variance or not. For that, I'm just using this particular line of code, print x cross x. If x cross x is equal to y, then our means consideration or our assumption is same or proved out to be true. That is standard deviation square is equal to variance. Now I'm going to open the spider to implement this code. Okay, you have understood each line of the code. Just open the spider now. So see, this is the spider. I have written the code. Import numpy. This is the speed values. Then we have calculated the standard deviation, print it. Then variance with var, print y, then print x cross x. Let execute this code. See, this is the standard deviation 37.845 like that. Then its square variation is 1432.24. When we multiply x by x itself, then we got the 14.32.24, same value as that of the variance. So hence prove that variance is the speed, standard deviation square. Variance is the square of standard deviation. So thereby we have implemented standard deviation and variance, which means in this particular spider ID using Python. So this will be used frequently in any machine learning algorithms. So be careful to know each concept means in a clear manner. So if you have any doubt, then don't hesitate to ask me. That's all for this class. Thank you.